Can spouses agree to waive alimony in a New Jersey divorce?
In New Jersey, spouses can and often do agree to waive alimony. Alimony is not an entitlement that is required in our state. It is certainly an entitlement that you would have to prove if you are asserting a claim to it, but spouses waive it for a variety of reasons. In fact, economically, sometimes it makes sense as the person who would be receiving alimony to waive it in consideration of other things that you can receive in the course of your divorce settlement. Sometimes, for instance, it might be more important to you to stay in your house, the home that you are raising your children in. If that's important to you, you might bargain with your spouse that you will not have to pay them out their share of equity in the home that you have lived in as a married couple, in consideration of their not having to pay alimony to you as the lower earning spouse. Sometimes people will like to trade off alimony against retirement. Now, of course, there are consequences to doing that because retirement is something that a lot of us don't have adequate shoring in, and we very much recommend that people don't casually relinquish their entitlement to retirement benefits. But sometimes people will say, right now I have more of a concern with what my present financial circumstances are, and if I would prefer to not receive an entitlement to retirement in exchange for not having to pay alimony to my soon-to-be former spouse, that might be something that would warrant it. But it's actually very common that people will waive alimony. Whenever we have a question about whether it's advisable, we always tell people that you need to look at the totality of your economic circumstances, not just alimony or retirement or distribution of property or debts. You need to look at all of it because the math has to math and it has to make sense. And ultimately, in order to have a court make a declaration that your matrimonial settlement agreement terms that you've negotiated with your spouse are fair and appropriate, the court has to understand what are each partner going to receive. And so it's not important just that you look at alimony, but it's important that you look at everything when you're deciding whether or not to waive alimony.